There was magic in the air at the Etihad just a few days ago as Manchester City clinched the Premier League title, and now that feeling is back as Rugby League's away day arrives at this magnificent venue. The Wildcats kick off the magic weekend with the district derby against a Castleford side smarting after their hammering at Hull KR. Richard Agar makes 3 changes with John, Johnson and Lawatiti all out, and Mellors, Amore and Kermond replacing them. Paul Sykes also makes a move across the standoff. So the Wildcats have Richie Mathers at fullback, on the wings Peter Fox and Ben Cockayne, Dean Collis and Vince Mellors through the centres, Paul Sykes at stand-up as we say, along with Tim Smith at scrum half. Props are Kyle Amore and Andy Raleigh with Paul Layton in at hooker. Second row Frankie Mariano and Danny Kermond and Danny Washbrook at loose forward. On the bench Kyle Wood and Steve Southern alongside Matt James, who returns to the squad after his suspension, and Ali Lawatiti drops down to the bench to make up the 4 on the interchanges. Ian Millwood takes the side to his team with 5 changes, among them the return of Danny Orr and Rangi Chase and the arrival of Rhys Williams, who faced the Wildcats last week in Warrington colours. So the Tigers have Richard Owen at fullback, Nick Youngcrest and Rhys Williams are the 2 wingers with Jordan Thompson and Kirk Dixon at centres. Rangi Chase at stand-off with Danny Orr at scrum half. Up front Paul Jackson and Craig Hubie with Stuart Jones in at hooker. Brett Ferris and Ollie Holmes are on the second row with Lee Mitchell at loose forward. And on the interchange bench for Ian Millwood's side, Jonathan Walker, Adam Milner, Grant Millington and Nathan Massey. And the referee for this afternoon's first game of the weekend is Robert Hicks. And Ben Cockayne gets us underway here. Pops the kick right onto the line, and Hubie will power it out towards the 10-metre line. Decent response, of course, from the Tigers. Wall of white and no way forward. Push back over the 40. Chase will try and exploit the gap, and there's a space down the left-hand side, and there's going to be the first try of the afternoon in the first few seconds. Jordan Thompson straight through the middle, and he was away and gone. This time for the try scorer. Chase will put the high bomb up. A tricky one, there's plenty of breeze around. Cockayne goes up for it, it comes back. Referee says it has gone backwards, and it could be the second score for the Tigers now, as he held up, he is. On try line, the ball inside the 10, as all will go right. Chase again, pass though goes astray this time, and the Wildcats are away. Surely a chance of a try here. It's a straightforward foot race. He's drifting off right. It's Vince Mellors, and Mellors will score the first try of the afternoon for the Wildcats. Great interception. Read the play beautifully, did Vince Mellors. And he was off and away for the races. We were watching the defenders come across. It looked like they might catch him, but Mellors just shifted it up a gear and off he went. Brings it in again. They'll come right this time with Smith. Kermond's there and Raleigh. Andy Raleigh gets away. Kermond, he's got the ball off to him. Can Kermond stretch out to score? No, he can't. Ankles just wrapped up, a metre or so short. Ayton will come right, and the Wildcats have a man over, and Mathers is over the line for the score. They thought they were away a second or 2 ago, but Richie Mathers completes the job and puts the Wildcats back in front. 4th of the season, just stepped away from a tackler a couple of metres out. To the 10-metre mark here. They'll go right with Danny Orr. Orr spreads the ball out. Wakefield recovering quickly, just in time on that far side. A little dink, a little drop, and the ball is over the line. Stuart Jones has gone over in that corner, right on the far corner of the Peterbury lookout here. Short. Come across for Danny Orr, dummies 1, finds Chase. Chase round the back for Owen. Owen's got a man over, he'll try to take it himself, and he's taken into touch. Excellent defensive work on that far side. Last tackle, Wakefield just inside Castleford territory. Players falling down all over the place. It's more like the Grand National than the Etihad. But the kick goes up and it's fumbled, and it will drop to Lawatiti. And Lawatiti tries to get some support behind him from Tim Smith, and then the ball's come clear. And in the end, Castleford will bring it away. Straightens up into the line, up towards the 10-metre mark. Just over 10 minutes left in this first period. As Mathers tries to get it out wide. Cockayne will pick it up off the floor. and try and come back inside. And on the last, Wakefield inside the 10. Comes across for Smith. Puts the bouncing dabber in above the line. It bounces away and it's come back for Steve Southern. And he's grounded the ball and given against the try from Robert Hicks. A little bouncing kick through from Tim Smith. Certainly to a bouncing bomb as far as the Tigers' defence was concerned. None of them seemed to want to go near it. And it suddenly popped up for Steve Southern. 2 tries in 2 games for the club captain. Either way, doesn't matter. Penalty Wakefield. And they're underway again here with Lawatiti. Powers into the line before he's taken down. With a couple of attempts to get back to his feet. Wood has Smith. Smith will give it to Ayton. Ayton is taken down. The ball has come free. But I think it's fairly clear that ball has come loose. Dixon is taken down a couple of metres short. Arm goes up in the air from the referee. We're on to the last as Chase again will put one of those high, awkward kicks up again. It's come down off a Wakefield hand, and the referee is going to have a look at this one. And I have to say, that looks like a clear try. If it had been on the football pitch markings, the Wildcats would have got away with that one. And it is 4 points on the board for Castleford. Nick Youngquist getting his first of the afternoon. A 3rd score on the board for the Tigers. Kurt Dixon from right in between the numbers into the line and take himself inside the 20-metre mark. Pass to Southern, just slightly behind him. Steve Southern just had to check for a moment. Wood takes it from dummy half again towards Smith. Smith for Washbrook, and Washbrook over the line without a hand laid on him. And Danny Washbrook puts the Wildcats back in control. Timed the pass and the run to perfection. Was to make sure it's more of the same from an attacking point of view. And let's pick things up on the defensive side of things. Need to put in a big 40 here, Wakefield. Inside, but has to go into the line. The Tigers' defence has kept Wakefield at bay here up to the last as Wood puts the kick over the top. Little drop kick, it's dropped again by Castleford. Has it come free? It has. And is there a try? Well, there might be. The referee is going to have a look at the board. So look at the grounding. So I think that gives us the answer. And it will be the penalty to the defence. Wakefield will kick from right on halfway here with Smith. The kick is a decent one as well. Youngquist will have to go back and field it, and it's bounced right over his head. And the Wildcats will pick it up with Peter Fox, and Peter Fox will score. Another bouncing bomb causing problems for the Tigers' defence. It sprung up right over the head of Nick Youngquist. He couldn't believe the bounce on it. At least 24 points in those games. They find themselves on 20. They'll need more than that to get themselves back in here as the little kick over the top goes too far and finds Cockayne, and Cockayne has a yard of space, and Cockayne's away down the left hand side as he goes to support. Does he need it? Oh, it's coming across, and big Cockayne is in the corner for the Wildcats. The referee will want to have a look at this one though before he puts 4 points on the board. But Cockayne certainly seems to have got the ball down before his feet went out of play. And if Owen has managed to turn Cockayne over there, that is a magnificent piece of defensive work, and he has. The ball comes up, no try, and for the second time in this half. Just a few metres short of the line, and Wakefield desperately needing to defend this one here as Chase steps up, manages to keep his arms free again and offload the ball. And Maggie Chase, as players start to get a little bit more tired, is becoming more and more effective in the latter stages of this game. Wakefield have to get on a grip on him here. He's got the ball again, he finds Orr, and Orr will dummy and go over the line and bring the Tigers right back slap in this game. From a moment when it looked like Wakefield might put the seal on it at one end, Danny Orr takes advantage of a gap in the line. Stands in the sunshine. Ball goes up high, holds up in the breeze and goes over for the 2 points. And all of a sudden the Tigers are within 2. And boy, we're in for some finish here now. And that hasn't started yet while you're still watching another one. The preparations continue for the rest of the weekend as Chase gets away, drops it off for Orr. Orr needs support inside him, he's got it as well. The ball's gone to ground. It'll still come back to a Castleford hand. They're trying to keep the ball free. Referee says another set of 6. It won't matter, I don't think, as the player spins away, and it's Nathan Massey. He's brought down right on the line. Has he got it over? He doesn't look too convinced himself, Massey. There's no question that Massey was stood in front of him. You see that by the markings from the football pitch. He stood on what was almost the edge of the penalty area, and Danny Orr was further forward inside the D. There's no sign of James Child looking at the grounding, and it's no try, penalty defence. Still grounded just inside his own half. The play continues with Smith. Dummies a couple, then heads off away, and Tim Smith's away down the right hand side, and Tim Smith will surely score the sealing try of the afternoon. The Wildcats will take the win at the Etihad. Tim Smith pushing off the player, heading off down the right hand side, had the space to get the touchdown, and the Wildcats fans delirious in the sunshine behind the post, away to our left. They will take the derby victory, they will take the 2 points away from the home of the Premier League champions. That was the bit of magic we needed late in this game. Chase will just have to put the kick up. They have men over on this right hand side. The ball goes to ground, and Ben Cockayne will kick it forward, and Ben Cockayne may go the length of the field here. He's got support inside him. They pass it on to Lawatiti, who bobbles it once. Lawatiti has possession back. He's got Cockayne out wide, and Ben Cockayne puts the seal on the victory. The referee wants to have a look at it. He wants to bring it back to have a look at it with the video referee, but it won't make any difference to the final outcome. The only question left is, has Ben Cockayne added another 4 points to the total to extend Wakefield's victory? It looks like the video referee James Child is going to rule out a second potential try for Ben Cockayne. He isn't looking at the grounding. So there will be a penalty, and we will have to go back to the opposite end of the field. No time on the scoreboard. 6 points the gap. Penalty to come for the player tackled without the ball. Well, drama here. We are out of time, but we're not out of play here as Chase will take it across again. Tackle comes in, and surely that time there's a player tackled without the ball again. And this time the referee will bring the game to an end. And Wakefield will take the victory by 6 points. It's been one heck of an encounter to get the Magic Weekend off to a magnificent start. And it's the Wildcats who come out of it with the victory by 32 points to 26. And the arrears were cut to 4 as far as the Tigers were concerned when we came to the turnaround. But what a second half. The Tigers having, the Wildcats rather, having 3 tries ruled out. Ben Cockayne with one of them. Late on, Danny Washbrook was in there as well. Cockayne had the second one ruled out right on time. But Peter Fawkes did get the Wildcats on the board on 53 minutes after a spectacular bounce from the Smith kick through